Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting now and need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of this nation. Ambazonia rising, rising, rising. Ambazonia rising to fall no more. Ambazonia rising, rising, rising. Ambazonia rising to fall no more. Them are shooting us, them are killing us, them are burning our houses, oh. Them are killing us, them are shooting us, them are raping our children. Where till we do? 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 Atanga Chipolo. Where till we do? Mr. Pia. Where till we do? La Republico. Where till we do? UN is watching when they are killing us. They are burning our houses. Oh, AU is watching when they are killing us. They are raping our children. The land is green, the land is beautiful. That's the reason they are killing us. The land is green, the land is beautiful. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting now and need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of this nation. Ambazonia, land of freedom, you shall live in plenty, meeting now and need, and your children shall be like the stars above. The Most High God be the watchman of this nation. Look at that father, he is crying, burying his only son. Look at that mother, she is weeping, the kid, her only child. Look at that little girl, she is crying, nowhere to go. We will fight, we will resist, till the last man standing. We will fight, we will resist, defending our homeland. Where do we do? Where do we do? Ambazonia rising, rising, rising. Ambazonia rising to fall no more. Ambazonia rising, rising, rising. Ambazonia rising to fall no more. Obia, now God will punish you.
Thank you so much, Minister Siva from Fako County, who played this very beautiful track. God bless you, my brother. Today, I'm going to be playing a couple of other Ambazonian music to increase your enthusiasm, because today is the day of the truth, where Ambazonians will understand that there's a new title this young man has been given by God in order to intercede and to destroy the liars of the revolution for us to be able to carry up this revolution to the last level. As a matter of fact, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tataw, and today I've come to speak the truth to you all, because the Bible says it is good for you to neither be lukewarm or probably just not to stand in the middle. I think I've stood in the middle for too long, and a lot of people have taken this as a weakness. Some have taken this to increase their conspiracy theories. Others are ensuring that they try to shut down the voices that they can never shut down because they were never put in place by God. I want to let you all know, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Southern Cameroonians, that it is my very singular pleasure to welcome all of you to this our very new platform that has, of course, been supported by you all along. The truth is the truth. And it's unfortunate that some people think that when the truth is not on their path, you have suddenly become confused, inconsistent, or whatever they think you might be. I want to address myself to the various factions, especially to our interim government, the confusion that is going on in the struggle. And because I have stuck quiet for too long, a lot of people think that because I preach unity, I've all of a sudden become a vegetable. There are things that I will take, and there are others that I will not take, because some of us have put our heads, just as you have done, put your contributions in this revolution. We have stood the test of time to ensure that Ambazonia be free. And freedom will come not by lies telling. Freedom will come not by allowing the devils who present themselves as Jesus to sabotage the good ones and try to ruin them of their true destinies. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you know, just in case you're on this show and you're coming to be in destructive comments, you won't be disappointed, because I'm going to face you one after the other. As a matter of fact, this is the day of reckoning, and that is why I call my obvious testimony. I will start from the start to the end, and all activists will bear me witness. From you, Atanga, Bemondo, Achiri, Ashu Kingsley, Mark Barretta, Retima, especially Retima. Retima insists on Retima because he was one of the chairpersons in one of the meetings that we had with the leadership in jail, and the free leadership at part of the free leadership, because the IG that is now run by Dr. Sako is not the entire free leadership that has been referred to as per Tata's letter. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Southern Cameroonians, the truth is bitter, but it must be spoken. Today, I have come to give you a diagnosis of our real problem. You take it like you go to the hospital, a doctor gives you a diagnosis, you decide to take it. If you shy away from your disease, it is going to kill you. That is why many people have died from disease stigmatization. Today, in my name as Tataw, in the name of the people of Ambazonia who believe in the scarce and the unusual truth, this is the time for you to serve your revolution. I'll let you know a couple of things. And first and foremost, I want to thank Tataw Wilfred. The symbolism between Tataw and myself is because he was my teacher. He taught me in GHS Widikum from 1 to 5. He was my English language teacher and English literature teacher. Even more symbolism is the fact that Tataw Wilfred and I, Tataw, we live 10 seconds apart. I've eaten in his house. I know the wife, Mommy Sabina Tassan. She also taught me English literature, and I'm pleased to say that I know one of the greatest pillars in this revolution. I respect him for his truth, and that's why I don't take anything he says with a pinch of salt. I know that Nick man, I know his calmness and how he has been. And of course, I'm glad that Tataw has finally betrayed the liars of this revolution, because he's a man of the truth. I will tell us something. The truth is the truth, and the truth can never change. For all of you who care to listen, I will start with the situation of disunity, and I will diagnose to all of you who are the main people causing disunity. And let me tell you one thing. Take it, leave it. This is the voice of the truth, and you can never change it, because the truth is the truth. Going forward, Tataw got from jail, and he made symbolic declarations that a lot of people, only yesterday on my post, I specified on the IG, our IG, and I listened to people who called me, congratulating me. I also read from a lot of fake profiles, those who have surmounted themselves into the actual tribalists, racist, nepotistic people in this revolution. When Eric Tataw mentions the IG as not wanting people to unite, you doubt why I say so, and I'll tell you why. When I mentioned the IG yesterday, I did not refer to any specific IG, not to the IG of Dr. Samuel Ikomi Sako or that of Colonel Yopsisi Julius. I referred to the IG, and that was the wisdom that God gave me to put that post. I explained to one of our sisters who contributes all along, and she understood. And I want to tell you the truth, that guilty conscience is a very important part that a man must fight. Why I refer to the IG? Why is it that only you of the Sako IG, you people, thought that I was referring back to Dr. Sako? I want to tell you people on my life that I have no personal problem with any leader, group of persons in this revolution. I am concerned with the satisfaction of our quest for independence. I will tell you all so that you will know where you would have understood where we have the division. I've mentioned names of activists, and I will read their phone numbers probably in the course of this show, so that you will call them and ask them that while we were out there in the meeting, who do you think caused this division? Answer, is it Sako or Sisiku? All the activists, there were like 10 of them. When you ask them, you come back and then you understand why we are at this point. I'm going to do us that favor. I see today, some people write over Sabi because yesterday you clapped for me when I was speaking the truth that was in your favor. The truth that was the counteracting of the lies and false campaigns of the agency to get money from our people. And I stood up against them. But I didn't stop the agency from doing their job on social media. I only stood there to puncture any venture to take money from our people without due diligence. You didn't call me Ovasabi. You clapped for me. But the agency used the same word that you are using today. They called me Ovasabi. They called me all sorts of names, including the fact that I was in Nigeria. I listened to all the sabotages against me, including taking my pictures and playing rounds on social media, insulting me from my wife to my family and to my jobs and to everything, and including lies, and even wrapping me in the conspiracy of my trip to Boya. All of you do not come out to defend me. Today you are falling short of my glory, of the glory of God, because I do no longer see your ideology as universally and of course as revolutionary. That is why you have to ask yourself the hard questions today. I will tell you something, and listen to me. I love and respect Dr. Sako with my might, as a human being, as an Ambazonian who put his head out there. I love him, but I must tell him the truth, that my distrust for him is mutual, and you cannot force that. You can only teach me how to come out from that particular situation. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Southern Cameroonians, our revolution has been in the same position for too long because a few people are too wicked to speak the truth. If you want to know the truth will be done in this simple anecdote. And I want all of you to know that my diagnosis would be as good as yours. And I want to tell you, on my life, on the things I've done for this fight, I am tagged with whatever pictures you see everywhere till date. If they cut somebody's head, they say it's Eric Tataw. They do this, they say it's Eric Tataw. I am not going to back down. I didn't back down for the Republic. I didn't back down for the FBI who came to my house. I didn't back down to Homeland Security. I've not backed down to the ADF, who at the time saw me as their biggest enemy. I will not back down for the little blue army, who only wait for me to talk before they come and analyze. I told you before that you are impeached, you the blue army. You have been neutralized because you are the cause of our trouble now. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Southern Cameroonians, let me be very clear with you and to let you understand that we, today, Wednesday, July 17th, it's a new dawn in your revolution. Because Gary Master has come again as the rock standing there for you to rely on. These are aspects of your revolution that you have missed. Because while I struggled in the background, I've called Dr. Sako, I've called Secretary Chris, I've called Secretary Tabanyan Brado, I've exchanged few messages with President Sisiko in jail. And all my attempts have been to make sure that these people fix their differences. And today I will tell you my experiences. The people who are the true betrayers of this fight, this unity. Mind you, Tataw has already told you for one thing. And whether or not you take it, that is the instruction from God, what Tataw wrote. And for some of you who share it, you know why I'm happy? I'm happy because you just said a while ago that the leadership in jail is compromised, that they are tapping their lines, they have been compromised, and so nothing can be accepted from jail. And we told you, some of us, inspired, told you that no, you have to listen to the people in jail. And today, yesterday, you are all over flirting with Tata's message. Where is Tataw? In Denmark, in America, Maryland, in Holland, Nigeria, Ghana, Ethiopia? No. Tataw is in same colony with Sisiko and the rest. Those who go to equity must go with clean hands. Because, like I told you, anything I say, it doesn't take 2 weeks. You are dismembered by your own doings. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the fact. Because we all understand that this is God ordained. This is God ordained. Let me tell you one thing, and clean and clear. The fight for liberation is not political gymnastics. It's not the fight for position. It's not the fight for who is under secretary of what, who is minister of what. It's the fight of individual patriots who believe in the liberation of a suffering masses. Not this thing that Weber said, that you people have taken in the diaspora and converted into your personal property, into your farm, into your oil mill, into your gold mine, where you tap from the people endlessly. Let me tell you clean and clear. Today is the difference. I will start. Point number 1, ID cards. What do I think of the ID cards preached by Secretary Chris? You must have seen my screenshots, and I'm not changing what I said. I said that ID cards are not very necessary. But I also said, of what disadvantage would an ID card be to the poor of Amazonia? No disadvantage. So we probably need the ID card. And that's what Secretary Chris said. But I know for sure that the IG of Secretary Chris wants the ID card because they want money to go to the central government, the IG itself. But that's not how it works. We will have ID cards if we so desire. I encourage everybody to have ID cards. But this is my proposal. Secretary Chris, you live in Texas, somewhere in Texas. I live in Maryland. Elvis, you live in Massachusetts. Alan, you live in Delaware. Tabangai lives in New York. And so on and so forth. Yannick Sikot, you live in California. We all know that we're in America. And America is a federal system like Amazonia. Would a man leave Delaware and come and give money to the federal government in Washington, D.C. to make ID cards? The answer is no. Will a man leave California to come to Washington, D.C. to do ID cards? The answer is no. If the IG is genuine about ID card and not as another measure to make money, then I recommend that ID card should be done at the level of counties. If you want to make your ID card, all people, all the county heads, come together. There are 13 of you. Bring your money. Bring your people. Let them contribute the money for ID cards. As a matter of fact, I recommend $100. County heads coordinate the making of ID cards No money is going to the IG because it's a federal system. The IG should be looking for alternative means, foreign donors, people who can give them money, not hoping that after misappropriating a whooping $811,000, they bring another scheme, that ID cards. Good schemes, but ID cards will end at the level of the counties. Even in Cameroon, La Republic of Cameroon, that is so corrupt, they do not make ID cards in a central form. It's not in Yaoundé. ID card, if you're in Manfred, you have your own ID card post. If you're in Bamenda and Kwen, has his own post. Don't tell us things that we don't know. We cannot take our monies for ID cards and go and give you. So, Secretary Chris, your philosophy is good, but the side of money is dead on arrival. We might not need the ID card to travel. Just get it as identification. I support that. It makes sense. We cannot refuse everything, but we will not give our money to the government that has not given us accounts of 811,000. So let them put it in their heads that there is no contributions for ID card going to the federal government. If you are stupid as some people in the Blue Army who don't know the difference between blue and white, when they claim they said they are Blue Army, go ahead and give your money to the government so that they will help you to eat your money in America while you stay where you are and you're suffering, working extra jobs, and they're in the houses taking your money. You will not give your money to them. Give the money to the counties. Make it $100. 100. Everybody in the county, even you, Mark, I like what you wrote about ID cards. Although you're a little bit sentimental, it's good. It's your opinion. People should be able to appreciate people's opinion. But I urge you to go to Bowie County, pay your ID cards. I'm going to pay to Manu County. As I leave now, I'll call our governor or whosoever is coordinating Manu that why do we pay for ID cards? We are going to pay. So I urge you people that every Ambazonia in the diaspora, you even have to make ID cards for your relatives at home and just keep. Let them send their pictures. You make and keep. So that counties are going to have the money, not the government. We have passed that level of scam where people think that they can bring ideas to get money. This ID card has been proposed by one of our comrades. I don't want to call his name. But the IG rejected it. Today they have accepted, which means they have had a rethink. Now they want it to go in the form where money is going to go to them. No more money to the central government. All money is to the counties. That is point number one. Point number two, which we must all now understand. I'm done with the ID cards. There is this big news from the counties. Very, very big news from the counties. And the counties have told me I'll be attending the county coordination meeting in Kupe Maninguba. The only option that we have left is county by county, like you all know. That's the only way we're going, where we have accountability. That is what we need. County heads, thank you so much for the information you have given me. I have been told that Bishop John Egewan has been fired from the National Security Council that was created in Berlin by Dr. Sako himself. And I want all of us to say congratulations to the National Security Council. Tell them congratulations and get ready to assist them with their contribution, because that is a sign of patriotism, a sign of fighting deterrence, corruption. That is a big sign. Because like I said in my last live show, you cannot have a man who has been accused of stealing my trip to Boya. Yes, the audit committee did not come out to say you stole or you did not steal. They only brought out people who took huge chunks of money. And we have to start looking at them, calling them out, where did you keep this money? And everybody in a government is directly answerable to the head of states. And if John Egewan has had this scandal of my trip to Boya, and he's still being kept in the government of our IG, what does that tell you? It's simple arithmetic. Some people in the Blue Army said, why don't you hold John Egewan? The question should be, you should ask the most objective question from anybody who is intelligent. That is why the National Security Council, created by Dr. Sako himself, has taken a step further than the government, than the president, which is what we say kudos. To say, you know what? You have been dismissed. You have been dismissed. This is what we are supposed to do. And let me tell you for something. What you have not known is that I am ordained in this revolution by God. Only God is going to take me down. And God will take me down when I fall short of his glory, and I'll go to beg him to raise me again. I am the rock. And those of you who come to kill me, to attack me, when you come to the road, what happens? If you come with a cutlass, you go back with a blister. If you come with a gun, you go with a bullet wound. That's why all of you, you are falling apart. Because God has cleared the path for the truth now to prevail. I want to tell you something, fellow Southern Cameroonians, ladies and gentlemen. Let me be glad to announce a very simple anecdote to you that our IG has failed to understand. At this point in time, we will know who is the problem in this unity stuff. Listen very attentively. Number one, I've condemned in earnest the creation of a parallel government by Sisiku Ayoktabe, our president. And that point has not changed. But I want to say this very clearly to our acting president, Dr. Samuel Komisako, to go back to the drawing board and check his calendars, check his strategies. Let us get this straight. My name is Eric Tataw. Listen, you live in a 10-room hostel, Minicité, 10 rooms, Minicité. There are 10 tenants. I want you to listen to this anecdote very carefully. And this goes to the Blue Army. When I finish, you go back and sit and think again. You live in a 10-room hostel. I said 10-room hostel. Minicité, there are 10 of you, 10 tenants. Then you alone, you are quarreling with everybody. You one. You quarrel with everybody. The man Peter pass with bucket, you kosher. John go this side with kucha, you kosher. You see Suzanne, the hand antenna for television, you kosher. You see the man won't go this side, you kosher. The man only pass for front door, and every pass your side. You say, look, it's slippers. If go this side, you do this. That is inferiority complex. You ask yourself, say, 10 people there for compound. Now you want to coach all man. Now who get the problem? Now that 9 people own are you. The answer be as obvious as you. The answer now you be the problem. So by now, the IG where Dr. Sako the leader, therefore no say the IG of Dr. Sako, now the problem for this revolution now will get up. And I want to talk for Dr. Sako because he alone, as a man of God, if he been a good man, but put the way surround himself, Aringwa, John Egewa, and all that cabal, they make him if he say in the right direction. But I want to tell you because when I do a diagnosis, we will cure this problem or the suffer. But that's not return. If you don't know, Dr. Sako, ask yourself, say, why? You're not going to talk, say, someone they say every Tataw, don't confuse. No. I'm not if you ever confused. Una definition of confusion means that you can't need support. Una peace for una mind. Una peace and need support una again. Now why una peace are not confused? Una lie. Now una don't confused because una need to follow the contemporary truth. Every Tataw don't shift. There is a paradigm shift in this whole business. I need to see the ideological and revolutionary ideas them again in the IGWB led by Dr. Sako at this time, surrounded by Aringwa and the rest of that cabal. They got to change the approach. I talk about 10 rooms Minicité. The man passe attacking. The man passe attacking. That's what is killing Dr. Sako's IG. When the feel say, when I just fear, say people that don't live, that's why I be so desperate for my acknowledgement, for my endorsement. But I'm not be doing another endorsement until when I make me my feel say no, when I deserve my endorsement. Everywhere in the world is a marriage of convenience. I'm not be there with you when my ideas need to be taken. I'm not be there with you when you try to guide me. It will be family with the idea for Dr. Sako. You therefore not say, me as a person, I get my own right. That is why, Comrade Tassan with a talk say, listen, if you don't know, Pat Tassan endorsed the letter where the Seko sent out say it dissolved IG. If you don't know, read that statement very well. With due respect, Pat Tassan not describe anybody like IG or ADs for that letter. He said free leadership. Free leadership. So if IG be so marvelous at this time, because it used to be, not be now. Pat Tassan will talk say the IG and other groups, but he not call IG. It intelligently, politely, I want to share on a glad. He said free leadership. And he talk about unity. They say unity when me, I done the preacher all time when I want kill me, but when I share them. When I don't ask myself why when for Dr. Sako he come because there are camps and you have to get the truth. Why would we say no, there is unity. After the talk, I want Dr. Sako go back go think. After this live show, because the problem now Dr. Sako is IG. That is the truth. That is the truth. Take it or leave it. This is a real diagnosis. Ask yourself, say, Dr. Sako, why the business of social media? Every ayaba, they need attack Paul again. When I don't take Aya by position. Because each time you get on the defensive, you lost. Because all time you get for pole, you stand for pole, they won't score, you only stand, you fear no score. Good team, they play attack defense midfield. Dr. Sako, leave that defensive attitude. I refer to you because that is your IG. Leave it. Ask yourselves the question. They use the word free leadership. Ask yourself why? Why? Number one, Dr. Sako, ask yourself that why is it that your communication officer does it, Chris Anu? He attacks everybody. I'll just cite 10 people. 10 people where they just not be seen as the toppers for the revolution. Number one, Pusisi Kwayokabe. Number two, you, Dr. Sako. Akwanga Ebenezer. Ayabacho, Bohebe, John Baku, Mark Barretta, Eric Tataw, Honorable Dr. Makongo 10. There are many others like Sikot Johnson, Yannick Sikot, Joshua Carr, Kemi Ashu. There are many. Ashu Kingsley, Atanga Chi, Retima, Yufaka Eugene, Ivo Tapang. I just bring 10. Take say, Dr. Sako, ask yourself this question. Say, why be said, now why I use that issue for that house? Say, you stay for one compound at 10, but now you want to query all man, then now you get problem. Dr. Sako, your IG, don't query Sisiku. Damage the reputation for nothing. Because I will tell you the truth what happened between Sako and Sisiku today for this show. I will speak the truth there that. Una the query Sisiku, una the fight Sisiku for waiting. Nothing. Dr. Sako, your IG no one hear anything Akwanga. Una the fight Akwanga. Una the fight Ayabacho. Una the fight Bohebet. John Baku. Una the fight Mark Barretta. Now una the fight una own. Number one supporter, pillar of the IG, Eric Tataw. Una the fight Honorable Wiba. When I fight Dr. Makongo, only when I fight, when to partner and say free leadership. Free leadership means any man a leader by right. Every activist, any man. I hear some old words from my sister, sister Afro. He say, email, say they advise me, get my number. The true point they advise me, my sister, they work on the White House, so they always contribute. My brother for Boston, they tell me, say, do one not find, lead do one. They ever advise me, if you be true person, you know me. Now, why I put my phone number for all my posts them. Call me, tell me, say, but Eric, leave the one. No go make audio. They can't say the advice. They advise me by putting audio for public. That's no advice. So my turn, Dr. Sako, go back. And because you cannot win this 19, not one day, you not fit be that. You not fit. Me, I don't commit for, I don't fail my breaks for support Sako ideology because the ideology not be revolutionary anymore. Not because of Sisiku. And now make a moon and know one thing. Ask all the activists every day. Say, Sako, Sisiku, who they wrong? The answer is Sako and Chris Anu. For that means you will get out of jail. Even you bring Bible, say me actually put a swear. I will give rates in my number. When I will chair that meeting, we'll still get recording there for that meeting. I'll give rates in my number for the live show. We'll finish it once and for all. When I not bring people, I can't pretend there's one of the angel for back when I destroy revolution. Then as I should not quiet, for travel dwelling together, when I need the shame, say, when I don't tell me I'll be racist. I be tribalist because I don't tell the truth. Because na fi say Sisiku na my countryman. Est-ce que c'est Sisiku na my papa? He born me. No, I be telling him not from government. But even though from government, I made a big mistake. But Dr. Sako, you and Secretary Chris now agree say, una calculate them for destroy Sisiku reputation. Now when I say that Sisiku remain president because una know what una do for Sisiku Ayokabe. Una frame that man for public. Una bring Barrister Fu Johnson for year for America. For coming can talk say they compromise Sisiku. If they compromise Sisiku, they compromise leadership for jail. Why would I take things for Tasani? Why? Now the question I ask you. It's a shame. When I ask myself, say, why all lawyers for Cameroon they still defend Sisiku? Why this lawyer the right letter sack Tasani no lawyer no oppose? Why Abu Oho the rather right lawyer the right letter sack Barrister Fu lawyer no oppose? Why Abu Oho for Nigeria they still talk about Sisiku? Why Nimi Mefo, Prince Hansen, Mark Barretta, Ashu King, they see publish Sisiku 18. When I get for no say this time, when I get for open eye. Sisiku is no longer the problem. The problem is the IG of Dr. Sako. Because as long as a new word say tribalism. Maybe I want to know the most tribalistic group of people. Go and read the meaning of tribalism. Tribalism means when you get social lining, not necessarily mean tribe. Open and see them. Because on a group for IG, nepotic, 76 people. They don't appoint so that they're ready for kill everybody, even your God, for protect that position. But it's over today. Mama, I want to know. We will not try rock. I know I should not cry for now. And I'm not going to take my efforts for granted anymore. Now, me that I talk. It's not too much. The idea of Dr. Sako is our problem in this revolution. You are fighting everybody. If I give my idea, my suggestion, you don't like them. Why you not take the one I like and leave me? Say Chris Anu will go to coach Wiba. Say he like power. No, I ask you now. Say he will like power. Dr. Sako, only here recently for the weekend, you be there for meeting for DMB. My cameras are there. For address the meeting, you dare be tarnished now with my image. How we not ever do nothing, he disappeared, he did this, he did that. Nonsense. When will people ever learn to appreciate people? My personal works then, from Congress, everywhere, I no will ever regret them. I will continue triple fold because I need to fight now for our politicians. I need to fight now for that people for Baga Bakundu, for Obende, for all those areas where you not get food. When I therefore want more money for chop. When I get for take time. When I try for so I want to destroy Ayokabe, and when I see okay, every time on the bandwidth will take it out, now voice revolution and now Ayoki countryman, we just attach you with tribalism. Nonsense. Nonsense. When I don't even know tribalism. When I be the highest nepotic for my one example without a bad IG. Kuku that blinks, therefore, Denmark or outside there, somewhere for Scandinavia. When I appointed, they make noise. Like this fowl, they come and say, pick up, we get fed so. They feel the orange sky. It make that because they make it manager for ABC. First of all, tomorrow, they say, I want ABC. I tell them that I'm partner for manager. I get website where I publish news. They are not even published on you, so nobody says I want ABC because ABC is not ever my dream. Because ABC is the most racist television on earth. I will tell you why. Kuku that means that they make noise every day about tribalism. You are nepotistic because they appoint you based on demerit. You know it's about TV production. So they take posts for TV manager for revolution where they need people with high IQ for know how you place TV in a meeting the worker. When I go take a complete wanna be a dump in that department, I go give it go and I want me to clap in my hand. It's a shame, Dr. Sako. I like you, but I tell you this thing as a diagnosis. I'm gonna not say me, I'm really back down. When I stop that rubbish, when I know, say when I pay John Full flight, me come from America, can't destroy Sisiku. Because Sisiku Saki, me not manage money. I tell Barrister Fude, don't do this, he go do am. Today also Barrister Fude, God silence you automatically. I feel blame Huna for the idea for Sakosman and destroy one of the biggest voices where Ganzero will be shake. Barrister Fude not go Ganzero. Barrister Fude not fit go. He not go Ganzero. Now don't lose special grief enthusiasm because Sako will want a political agenda. I will talk for you. They say what we talk for Cho Ayaba. Because you don't become a complete danger for the revolution. And when Dr. Sako comes for Fred Campbell as a wonderful angel, he's not. I don't call Dr. Sako more than 10 times. When I tell you, I say, don't do this, he go green. He go do the exact opposite. Now, I'm pressing that. And when they tell me, say, ma continue for like person way or for trust person way, he, as a matter of fact, he called Nambere, talk about me. Una for Blue Army, if you be objective. Now, I'm president, they were, he called general for talk against activists. That was long before a problem started with Seseko. Because they don't plan that change for action, say, to take Seseko out, neutralize every Tataw first. You not be neutralize me. I be smoke your rock. You not fit neutralize every Tataw. Now, I want to get ambassador people. Ayok Dabe, when our president, he made mistake because they push it for war. Ask Retima, I'll read your number. I don't need your permission. You be chair meeting, you be activist. I'll read your number. I want me all man call you. Rate my number now plus 45 71 46 02 35. Rate my number plus 45 71 46 02 35. Now rate my number that. When I call you and Ashu Kingsley and Mark Barretta, Joshua Khan, I call all them, they can't put Bible, they swear say, now who they cause the problem? Now Dr. Sako and Chris Anu. Because they make sure say they collapse revolution. The argument what we get about J, the arraignment. Every sister Victorine, it did DMBA. Sako and Chris Anu can destroy negotiation, provoke Sisiku, Chris Anu coach Sisiku, come out of meeting, then go start live for Facebook. Siseko, I still blame you because you will get for daily power. I tell you, war your heart, forget the one point for sure. You go make government and you fall the shot. But today, why are you blaming at the tell the truth? Say, Dr. Sako, una plot, my tell on today, me Eric Tataw, I don't cancel that impeachment for Siseko. Because there was collusion. Dr. Sako, Chris Anu, una go shit for meeting. Because the strong people una make peace. Una want not to say support Siseko, una go talk say support him. But I support the truth. I don't exchange message with Siseko. He tell me, I said, dissolve your government. I talk for everything, man. I talk for Yerima, talk for Valentine, talk for Valerie, talk for Tabenya. God never win and say, when I test to commit dissolve that government. For back, they said nothing dissolve. They give that reason, that's okay. I can't challenge you for Facebook. And today, when I come, when I go Shidon for meeting, when I go Shidon, when I Chris Anu and Sako, Aringwa, where he mismanaged my trip to Boya. When I bring it for meeting, Aringwa, manager for my trip to Boya, Shidon, with the Restoration Council members, for talk about, but where he don't go underground prison for 8 months. Which people? When I get wish. When I tell me I'll be travel this man here. Nonsense. Because I fear the new truth. The new truth, when I say, when I did lie for public, now when I go down every day, when I fight everybody, fight man, fight every Tataw, fight all man. Because I want position. Sparta stand already dissolve IG. He don't follow Sisiko with other. Now why would I let them not mention IG? When I shame. Now if you say, me, I'm a dynamic man. If today Makongo bring 2 million, say, we'll take over 5 war, I'll follow Makongo. If Seko bring the follow Ayaba, Mila, any man, and the idea that all man put up hate. Because Pantasan no go talk say, oh, don't you know Ayaba because they say he killed for in Guzan. But I be 10 mark for WhatsApp say, tell Ayaba Cho, say me can be humble, apologize for people. And they see drive my messages through. So me una know that fact. Say I don't tabede nonsense. Now Sakoy and Chris Anu, who Aringwa, when I be hear that audio, it's not a joke. Now because they don't fight for too long, they face an advantage for them to match Ayotabe. Man, we don't go jail. He get the suffer. Show me one place where Ayotabe don't declare say he be federalist. Not be witchcraft when I get on waiting. When impeachment not day is cancelled today. Me every Tataw by me the sumuk, the rock of this revolution. For we will go forward, the impeachment is cancelled. My donor, when I go for meeting, when I don't already plot, Christian said we have the knife and the yam. Let's neutralize him. So now executive can't teach Restoration Council how to neutralize person, how to impeach person. When I can't educate on impeachment, I no one listen. Secretary Chris, before God a man, I call you not too long. We meet up for Chicago. I tell you the truth in your face. Even that small guy, JC Etambi, he tell you the truth, and I tell you the truth, I live on. When I see the get direction, because you know where to Chris be. Chris, I know you are a great fighter, but if you're not tuned down on your divisiveness, you will not go far. If you start the joke, you get ABC, you know, I get Eric Tataw national player. If you want a social media war, I'll be ready for now because the truth must prevail. Then why we fight Dr. Cho Ayaba, where today not a similar enemy. He do it. He understands that we do my work. Every Tapan one of the highest conspiracy theories. Tapan lies I pick 25 times from my trip to be from Dr. Sako. It's scared that Dr. Sako be ever come rejoin the Sinala. No, but of course nothing no money. I don't feel about it. So me we know the truth. I mean the truth set me free. Siseko Ayotabe is completely innocent for all this bad name them. Who's that doctor? Who's that barrister food them, my papa? Well, I like him. I should know inside my moto. He bring me all the African where they cry and so can me from Pure Abaya. I should don't read inside moto for 15 minutes. I tell person not try, Sako the one set you. He not stay as a senior Sidabu barrister food. Pastor Tataw, he chopped too money from my trip to buy. He used credit card and this the other give them. Now he run like boy can't carry barrister food. They go because they fear, man, because they don't know what they want to do. See, man, tell me one thing. This revolution don't change today. Sako IG, either the camp of unity or not dissolve. Partisan on top. Never na share partisan. It's good to share partisan post. It's because the partisan calls on IG. He not call IG. Partisan to say, Muna treat we as if we were dead. He not say we are dead. And he made a clause. He talks about it. When I found another interpreter, me, I'm a communicator. Partisan talk say, in the case where they want to be held hostage, it means a partner in turn and say it is simply passing a message says they cannot be compromised. Because if they be held them hostage, if we talk, say we have been held hostage, so treat us as dead. But partner say in the case, you know say we have been held hostage. So when I leave all the conspiracy, you, Dr. Sako, you talk with Peter my family, I know. I get proof. Chris and the top people of the Republic. Not be any compromise. Me at the top with the top people of the Republic. Not be compromised. Dr. Kwang have not talk the same thing. You know, one can destroy, so man we don't give you all. I know she don't look at because the fear say will also be tribalist. No, I don't take see. I take the thing for the longest time. And the last live show, I see how some activity gang up. When I know it destroy Eric Tataw, ask my track record for Manfi. When I know it destroy me because my hand is clean, my heart is clean. I need to fight not to the revolution. And he talk with my heart, pure heart. All when activists, when I line up behind this truth while they talk, we stop the demons for the revolution. Dr. Sako. Tell your people, say me, stop the divisiveness. All man don't be ready for unite. Probably except for you, your IG, and probably Cho Ayaba. Because the other people, they'll be ready for unite. And if they unite, the IG, the man no return no. Tasa, una share Tasa na my teacher. I know it. If they don't compromise, c'est ce que Tasa will tell me. C'est ce que you and don't visit it, talk say we are for independent. King Eric King visit you, now me the man talk how? Wicked people. Una fit declare independence. Some of you now be stay one day for jail. Una not for talk different talk. So man dey not yet play. Una show me any document where I don't tell me don't write down. The talk say he be federalist. Una show me blue and white army my foot. Una don't know on left or on right. How you don't know blue from white? Una don't want to be incomplete. Me, Eric Tataw, I be rock. I get blue and white army and 13 stars. Una need shame say National Security Council don't pass on Dr. Sako back. Go sack John Egewan, but Dr. Sako is to keep John Egewan. Me, I'm going to start a class action. Dr. Sako and Tabenyan will bring that money. See, I'm matter one thing. When I look at, when I know the symbolism for the $811,000, I want to explain for now. We get how many people for our population? We get 8 million plus. So that 800,000 is symbolizes the 8 million people. It means that God will give that money for take that 8 million, go boya. Because it go now a symbolic figure. God not stupid. When I look at handwriting for war, 8 million people, 800,000 plus 11 something. But when I do it, when I chop the money. Today, Chris Anu come online can say, Tabenyan is friend for Sisiku. No, Chris Anu. Tabenyan is your best friend. Tabenyan is your best friend, you and Dr. Sako. Car there for year. Me car challenge me. I don't dare me and you Joshua car for meeting. More than 20 times with Dr. Sako say, give me only name for people that take money. Dr. I said, no, it's very classified. We cannot talk this. It's completely classified. Tabenyan giving name is classified. Chris Anu can't talk for live show. We still get up. Say, if you ever hear someone talk about my chip to boya, those accounts are classified. But the same Chris Anu was the first evil genius to run out and come and say, because they'll be paying money for a TV game. He said, oh, this is they have to do audit. Una be chop money with Tabenyan, oh, una chop money, time the money don't finish. Una will push your master as my friend. Una want vindicate and say, all of you had that money. And una for that IG, una bring them. What one thing? I be guide from post say 10 days of Dr. Sako for resign. So when I talk say me resign. I see it simply been a headline. But I want to know the truth now. If I be Dr. Sako for resign honorably, because he not get no strategy again for the revolution. No strategy. It's finished. It's done. If you like, will be then a cock or then he come say Dr. Sako tell me go boya. It will take 50 years. We not reach for borders for a cock because the strategy is finished. People are there for Washington DC for 3 years or 2 years. They don't ever get no congressional visit. No congressional visit. When we will go as individual, go do things they happen. When I catch don't say the IG has done it. Done what? Done what? When I visit my credit again for IG, when I try to destroy me because I want to tell the truth. When I ask her, I don't get for call for here. I put someone mommy. I not calling him young woman. Dr. Sako no. I put my phone and believe me halfway for that call. I beg Dr. Sako say forget about impeachment because this thing will cause me problem. He said yes, I've heard. He go back, go live and Chris and go with impeachment. And I can't tell me something. Because I know she don't cry for long. When I clap, so I do Eric Tataw, I do rock or smoke. Where they honest, truthful. I don't do it when they try to kill me. I ask you now, when I the blue army. When I don't do it, I hate when I know. I like when I start doing a diagnosis. When I see the truth. But when I need to see the truth. When I feel the revolution about Sako or Siseko. Siseko be as innocent, apart from the sacred government. Who compromising? I still blame me. Sacred government. Who compromising? Sako and Chris Anu, they can't fix lie. We never blue army, not condemn Sako say he called general. The instruction. I want to turn me up with the call general. I need call no general. I don't know ever call him. When I bring all conspiracy theories, right from today to tomorrow, make as many audios as possible. Me, Eric Tataw. I remain the rock. I remain the rock. My turn on here. We don't take enough from this Sako IG. And Dr. Sako, you can be a good leader if you remove these thieves. If you not come for unity, you'll be left. I'm gonna make a man know. Now unified, when I go Switzerland turn and say they give a recommendation. Say, make when I go come as a team. But watch Chris Anu show. You never see Chris Anu the animal will get 10 days if we use the word unity for him. No. I talk with Chris. Before I want to talk, I don't talk with all the people in the backstage. These people don't have this revolution at heart. What they want is for them to be on top. I can also create my group like somebody said. But why do I need a group for? For refugees? For this? We get people there, they fight. Dr. Makongo don't put hundreds of thousands of dollars for him for this fight. But because it's only the idea, when I want to kill him. When I don't ask myself, say, why did we say Dr. Makongo? When Dr. Sako, his own countryman, he didn't go towards Dr. Sako, he didn't lean towards Riba. He got a teach sense. When I ask myself, why Patterson letter for jail? You know, it's the word IG of Sako. But if Patterson invoke una respect leadership for jail, say, consider the assist they be dead, means you're not disturb them with caution. Naturally leave them there. Now literature, that man right. You feel interpret that anyway. Now literature teacher. Una ask una say why Abdul Karim, he the right refer to Siseko as IP. Titles and awaiting. So people tell me say I want force president down that throne. President of which country would he try? Would give Siseko that symbolism because now he declare independence. 1st October, not go celebrate because you go cancel Siseko name for history say now he can declare after Justice Ebon. I know I'm talking about Justice Ebon because I'm ashamed. Down there, Denmark, they say Kuku Dablings. You know nothing about TV production. They open your mouth. The right for Facebook say tribalist. You are the most nepotic person. If you don't know. Justice Ebon will finish a day for nothing cover nothing. We are different main noise for Washington DC. Where was Chris Arnold there? At the Bay, he was not there. Where was Dr. Sako? They were asking I beg una come on sleep for hotel. Go talk. Una for don't run car. Oh, una for don't run car. Who the pay our flight? It's not going to happen anymore. All man go back for your counties. We go win the war, not with these people they can't talk or TV make noise. We'll win the war with people they be committed. Where they be completely committed, where they know the truth. I get chairman comment at the call. Hello, chairman.
Yes, very good morning.
Yes, I'm live on Facebook. Can I call you later?
Okay, all right.
So thank you. So the chairman for restaurant this commentator even come. I even forget for calling him. He be there for that meeting. The next morning I come up call me say Chris Anu the lie. Say he don't vet 76 man list. Now only because of 76 man list nepotistic agenda for Chris Anu and Dr. Sako bring me for this situation. Because when you there for crisis now give and take. If Siseko talk say when I ask the team, I don't give you number, now he be chair that meeting. Me people all man they release for that Zoom call. All man or see today. Now he be chair that meeting, I call the team, I don't give you a number. Siseko say okay. Dr. Sako, I'm sorry. 2 times in a lie, God punish me 2 times. Please, I've raised $60,000. I'm going to give you. You'll be the one to know how you send it to ground zero. Then go back and maintain your government the way it was by 2nd of May. Okay, that government, Kalesh don't come out if I'm not mistaken. And if Dr. Sako get problem with terminal, it might be ready for make compromise for test. Siseko say, yeah, bet. Like this, I can no longer work with terminal. We activists for supporting. If you explain for you, if you can't empower fully, because I've already tell terminal say, need don't forget, he can't give you account. I don't tell him. Now whether I not go to office, so I'm not the support no man. Now, Dr. Sako denied, say no, he don't made 7-man list, restoration has not approved him. As red team and all my people for that meeting, only for we for comment at the call for monitor say Sako they lie. You know, approved all this. I was like, what? And they get people they say they be blue and white and I don't know the truth. When I go all over social media. But this is the truth that will be used as a template for the survival of the Ambazonian revolution. I have nurtured courage. The same way when I give me punches, I still take courage, go for bars. I don't gather the courage for can't tell the truth today. Say the enemy for the revolution now so. Now Dr. Sakoya and Chris Anu. You never heard me because now the unusual truth. But that the truth way, I don't take too long for talking. And I talk of power with God. Say we do not destroy the revolution. This thing not be two people that property. I don't like test Siseko say stop for jail. You need room from jail. I don't know how to talk again. And that is why I need share not to hear you. But why we condemn Siseko, tell the population the truth. Who know the truth. It's a shame. It's a shame. When I ask yourself say Blue Army, if you not go for my war, you don't ask yourself say I click on a profile them. From my Facebook page to WhatsApp. Now they say when I 10 or 20 different profile. You know how many contact I get on my WhatsApp? Thousands. But all man congratulate me after my show. When I not expect all to like me. I not expect them. I will be happy for get more enemies after this show because now the fundamental truth way people not be know. Me, I don't shift. If you be pastor for church, then so you're Christian, you come out the church. You can ask him politely, say, what is happening? Or you can't coach me. I'm not there for Sako. He ring again because Sako do today out of context. Anything about revolution. You know, people for meeting with DM people, they go to coach with her. They try to play with her down. I know say you're sorry to come out to alive, but we'll get the tape. When it happens, we'll bring the tape and witnesses. When I go to Justice Ebon, we finish on the final only video for play Sako the talk. After I finish talk comfortably, come on go. The main barrier for decorate Justice Ebon, now a bini Christmas, he won't be there as an elder that will recognize him. Dima even try say, I even try to go for church. When you do my live show, I appreciate any man will do good. Everyone will get problem Akwanga, we go do it, we do for Munyenge. I still appreciate you say arrest money give. I the cost sheet from night to day, but if you do one good thing, I will still appreciate him. Boy Herbert, I appreciate John Baku, we like for CAF. Junior World Cup, our Nations Cup, I appreciate him. Any man do good thing, I appreciate him. We'll come in for Unity Conference or here for DC. The first man I go destroy na Chris Anu. The first man, and after the truth, I've done the truth. When I leave Ayotabe alone, when I leave every tattoo alone, when I leave all my talk through alone, my truth. My turn one thing, Blue Army, and also na when I for Sako IG, at the time I clean, they say Sako IG and Sako IG, and not today. And all man, Sako. Tell Yerima, when I walk towards unity, that's how they talk. All man of Sako I do not let Pobia in minister them. All now. When man is support you now, I call this in a tribalist. Because Pobia, anybody fight for freedom, a terrorist for you. That's what I did. When I say the two words now, tribalist, terrorist. So I'll not be surprised. But today I turn and say, when I look SCBC and ABC, everyone have the cost scope, I have the deflect scope for here. Talk say I know one, not your scope. SCBC, they still play my videos away. They look, they say they bring small fright for Ganze or New Revolution continue. They still can play. They see play. They see play my video. But ABC, when I play, when I some of for ABC, the other day they call now, it is all Hancock on a hand so now must clap for Sako. Then I can't pay TV bills for a racist TV. When I carry the other divisive man they call now run a UN. When I can't put it for live show, I put it down. I can't put it. Talk down. They fit talk waiting. Down. They fit talk waiting. So my serve is Sisiko IG. If Sisiko IG are the truthful IG, then count me in. But so long as I exist, I didn't for the truth. I need fear for take no selling aside for the truth. Sisiko not go from there. Partners and don't talk. Me, I don't talk more than 20. I don't call for unity. But when I for Dr. Sakwe IG, I feel destroy this unity. I want to say any man when I don't know the boss, I better come on can go unite. If Cho Ayaba for the all the one they call say Fidel and Bede, they screenshot my team and bring up for Facebook. How would you make public comment? For WhatsApp group, we get more than 200 people with this screenshot, especially my private chat. I write and there with authority because I group we get more than 200 people. Still, I be right to say, you want to see. I don't change it to at all. Man, na every tattoo. I'm not change. You people should know that this is revolution. For go, listen to me. Now listen to me every tattoo. Now know why someone like Christ I don't change. Now because if he said, I got for the support lies. Because for now, any man when you talk for Sako, na confused man. No, don't be confused man. Unity day, but the point they him every Chris Anu, because sometimes I beg secretary. John called Cho Ayaba. If I talk lie, me God strike me dead. Chris Anu talk say over a dead body. You know, not to do Ayaba. That's not how a leader speaks. A pastor. I don't deal with people. Before I say I distance myself so I know these people. Una leave una comments. Una for Blue Army. Una get for go back or reflect say why it be say all of a sudden IG for Sako the system like say all man want fighting. All man go away from me. That is a typical question. That when I get for the ask. Why every tattoo? If I get someone, if you don't call me, I will explain the thing for now. I will explain me. I stand for the eye, put my neck. And before Dr. Sako knows even before one guy probably was I've done the 30 thing away, they're not correct. I meet her from place for Sebastian in Barriquay house. I tell you, say, sack John again one day, complain about your money. Sako say they appoint him. Now we have no say Sako, he knows something, yeah, John. He knows something. But as I'm on top. I don't think the life should talk about IG for Sako. Because me, as a tactician for the revolution, I don't identify as a problem there. Because everyone Siseko make mistake, Sako don't call. I ask Christian for Chicago, say, why you call Siseko, former president? Wait till the game, if the Sika make noise on Facebook. We not go to any level for sabotage me. But when I sabotage no reach 1 billion for which a tapan be try for do, including lying on my jobs and lying say tapan lie say Sako give me 25,000 of my hand. I look, I laugh, but we not become defend them. Excuse when I become writing a line, I become explain. And today all the doctor, I think tell Dr. Sako say, if you ever give me $1, come tell me say give me $1. Active is a kind, and I go use my credit card as cash for hotel. for put them in. I not call their name, install them. So I want to tell you one thing, Amazonians. The following of the Blue Army, where they say they don't put them on account, they make all those fanatic things there for Facebook, for make them say, I think take one that block all from our comment section. But no do, I'm not be tapping. I need to fear on. Now, by the way, you learn a comment, I need, you don't say I block man, I need block man. Because I need those comments. I know now. When I punch, you see, man, Blue Army, when I gonna punch account updated yesterday, one picture, 2 friends. When I don't walk past through Ayaba, that time they used to, wait, Tapan used to create fake profile. It's a shame. So when I say, we would fear una. Because I come and say, when I be Blue and White Army, when I be incomplete. Me now, I get Blue and White Army and 13 stars. Now me one, I did for the organization. Now me one. So Dr. Sako, if you want to survive, come to the path of the truth. I've told you this truth, and I'll keep on saying it. This revolution is going to die with the idea that you have. Because your idea is an idea to grab power. That's why you successfully, temporarily, because it's ended today. Sesoko Ayok Tabe has been in jail for the longest time. You cannot stay out here, you're fighting a prisoner. And when people want to talk, you come and give them names. Mark Barata is fighting for Sesoko. Is he a manual man? Dr. Makongo is fighting for Sesoko. Is he a manual man? Buiba, who came and condemned people about what he did to Sesoko, is he a manual man? Restoration Council, take note today. We don't need Dr. Sako to be president again in this IG. Either he unites, you put forget about election, or let him go. That's what I've said. We don't need him. Because we cannot have a president who cannot decide on his own. You allow yourself, you leave here, go and stay in Arinwan's house. For how many days? When Anton is saying we have a problem with Dr. Sako, no. I used to state these same things about Dr. Cho until he adjusted. Dr. Sako came and lied to the people here that he did not celebrate birthday. You drove from here to Pennsylvania and went and celebrated your birthday. When we see this thing, we stay quiet. I have not said I used $30,000, but you celebrated birthday. But don't come be lying to the people. Don't come be lying. Because if people want me to talk, I've been with these people. I know how evil some of them are. A man is in jail. When I live lunatic them, they can't cost his stay cost play woman. No one day when you Christian you can condemn her. You can't add the cost. Because no she down on top of money when I the chop. When I come pay flight for our contribution account. When I come up on my own plane, I want to pay me flight. That's the question. What are you doing that other people are not doing? You post it on post contribution. We don't win the war without these politicians like we talk. We don't win the war. We don't win the war. And listen, when I go do anything when I do with una conspiracy theories, but me as a man of God, today I ordain myself, speaking the truth from my heart, on the blood of those who have died on ground zero. I've told you people today, according to my diagnosis, that the problem is Dr. Sako and Chris Anu and that their cabal of 76 people. Today, you can insult me, thank me tomorrow. Because I have some posters that insult me before they start understand what I was saying about Tapang and Dr. Cho. Today, Tapang is coming back to his senses. Today, Dr. Cho has finally become a subdued man. Because everybody must have a time. You see Nigeria film now. You know what I like about Nigeria film? Nigeria film get part 1, part 2, part 3. When part 1 starts, you hate some man. You feel say I kill some person. Part 2, you still hate him. Then for the last fight, so come guy won't say, hey, now man, you don't like it, I go poison that man. They go do flashback. This I talk now. When I can't do a flashback after, but when I call rate him. I don't give rate my number now. Rate him. I give rate my number again. Now call it. +45 71 46 0235. I think giving 6 Victoria on. When I ask them one question, I say, who between these two people they cause the division? They will tell me the simple answer. My answer, my Dr. Sako, now it caused with all the rift. Even after Seseko be ready for council, presidency, whatsoever. But I still blame Seseko for Allah said many people they trick into this rubbish. But today I don't come to cleanse your image. Because you are a good man and you remain a good man. And now when that time we talk with Seko reservation. That's why I talk with Seko with reservation. We don't get enough of Dr. Sako and Chris Anu their lies. It don't correct today. And today at the top before I die. Even my last life show this, so be it. But I've spoken the truth and today I can sleep in peace. I can sleep as a patriot who has fought a good fight. But I've spoken the truth at last. I remember what Seseko told me. Don't defend me, but speak the truth. And I don't talk the truth. I ordain myself today as the rock of this revolution. If you can't collapse, you'll get blister. You can't gun, you'll get bullet wound. That's why all of you are falling apart. And I'm bulldozing. My highness around me. I'm surrounded. God is there. The angel is there. There's nothing none of you can do. Because this is about the truth. It's about the truth. Not people who present themselves as angels. If you are genuine about an ID card, you know, can't tell me they contribute money for now. You can't do how. You can't talk me they give money for counties. So when I stop all this tip free, I don't want to talk about my trip to about the other bank. But because one of my followers advised me say, John, leave them for now. But I don't give you a new say. If John Ekewan to be sacked by the National Security Council, why Dr. Sarko is keeping? Now food to talk. Not president for the world. Nothing keep man way. He did for inside audit. We don't get accusation say we also kind money and the money not be commissioned to wait today on the ground. Let me tell you people something. I don't talk my highest truth for the revolution. Very bitter. It takes me time, but I talk at last because that is my nature. Dr. Sarko, you need to rest now. Not be me, I need to rest. We need unity. And me, Christian, can take on me. We need unity. And the unity not be. When I want to say that Dr. Sarko take Uboya, Dr. Sarko not be. When I hear to your mama, he gets zero strategy. He not ever take Uboya. He not ever take Uboya. Never. Never ever. Now listen today. Sisi could not ever take Uboya. No man. Now collective effort. When I go to Patasan, right? Patasan not to say they don't die. He said in the case where it is very clear, simple grammar. That's a premise with a condition. Because it is not affirmative, it's conditional. In the case where, I don't know if we interpret why I suppose it, because it seems like, oh, now for the Sarko IG, when I misinterpret Patasan, because Patasan will talk directly in Afona. She won't official of no. Nafona, Bonadik, and I glad. Well, if you feel share Patasan, it work from the very jail where when I say all man be compromised. All when I share and the glad, oh, Patasan is wonderful. So the jail, Patasan will be, you know, they're not coming. I don't ask the question. So now say, well, I always shoot myself on a phone now. When I leave me peace reign, Dr. Sarko, you cannot take us to Boya alone. So forget about all these things. Forget about all these things. I've not told you, even before I tell you, Dr. Sarko, say, we need unity. You know, don't say, you know, these people, you have this. I know now. For my lifetime, I don't know Dr. Sarko for the activism work. Dr. Sarko has never spoken good about anybody. He always find a trade wrong. That is his nature. And I talk, and today he be man of God. If I lie, me, God curse me. I need the fear for talk this truth. We must all stand by the truth. Everywhere it affect our mommy or our papa. For me to get out of jail, Dr. Sarko tear unity. That's when I stopped to respect him. Because any true marriage revolution I had for being ready for compromise, you deny $60,000. You will not get them because they won't maintain 76 people. 76 people where they not contribute money. I'll be ready to take all the cost, but I want to thank me after when Patrick leave him end. This revolution, when I can't thank me. You know, when I go for Congress, I go for all now. I need to go for Ayok Tabe, go for myself. I need even go for my family. I go for all now. I go for all now. I like comments for Blue Army because every time you just find yourself for defensive position, no say march on back to your side. You know me, I did for offense, I need ever defense. I did for offensive. So the fact is clear. Patasan said free leadership. So it is done. And that is a fact. I am a leader. You are a leader. Even you, the fake profile, Blue Army, you have a face behind that thing. You're a leader. Take your leadership position and unite everybody. So I think I'm going to end here because I get a lot of things I want to talk. It says I don't forget some other thing. But that's the truth. When I leave Siseko Ayok Tabe alone, that man don't try for my sake. Now shame. When I go with the Sarko get for bearing face for shame. Say the fight prison I go when I go neutralization meeting. What's that barrister full day? At the top of my papa, I be tell say this is one of the most dangerous things you don't do of your career. That's the most dangerous thing. And God just swing it like that. He's done. Now voice that way they talk for Grand Zero. But you don't get the privilege. But yet 35 lawyers and plus they see come on go court go defend the very Ayogo and say be compromise. President Siseko. I be sure we start talking the truth too late. But it's better late than never. God bless Ambazonia. And let unity and peace reign. As for the Blue Army, I'll be waiting for you. Thank you so much.